Hello everybody. Happy Thursday afternoon. These days seem to get away from me. So a little bit of an impromptu live today. I know I typically go live on Sundays, but I wasn't able to go live last week. So I thought I would pop in and kind of talk to you just a bit, let you know what's going on. I wanted to share with you some of the cards that we did over the last month because I haven't had a chance to do that. And then I have some health updates to share with you as well. So hopefully we'll get some people that are popping in. I know this isn't my typical live day, but I wanted to at least chat with you before Sunday. I am going to be doing a live on Sunday, so I'll share with you what we'll be doing for that as well. And if any of you guys want to craft along with me on Sunday, I'll let you know what you need to be able to do that. So, before we get too far ahead, I just wanted to share some health updates. So it looks like I am going to be having another surgery, and it was already scheduled. It's scheduled for the 25th. Yep. Hi, Robin. Yep. So my second surgery is scheduled now for the 25th, and it is going to be a little bit more involved. I will have an overnight stay at the hospital, and then I'm going on. I'll be out of the. I won't be working for a couple weeks, so probably will not be doing any lives the first part of July because I anticipate I will be in full recovery mode. I'm anticipating. So, yeah, so like I said, the 25th is my surgery, and then I'll be off that week and the following week. And then hopefully I'll be back after that. So I will keep the shop open. I will get my husband to help me fill orders. And hopefully we can put this past me. I will, let's see here. So I'll have probably about 6 weeks recovery for that, and then kind of reevaluate, look into my reconstruction surgery, and then of course I'll still have my radiation because I'm only having the mastectomy on my left side. Unfortunately, it still had traces of cancer, so we still have to kind of deal with that. So hopefully that will be the last of the surgeries as far as cancer is concerned. Then it will just be recovery mode. So that's kind of what's going on with me. We did have our class for our railroad passengers folio. Hopefully everybody that did purchase the class has had a chance to check out the taped version of the class, and has had a chance to start playing with that kit. So with all these health issues, I won't be having any more classes. I don't plan on any more classes through the rest of the year. I just don't think I'd have time to create my prototype and plan for it. So maybe we'll just have some mini classes during our Sunday lives. So we'll kind of see how it goes. And the other thing I wanted to share with you is I've got some cards here that I wanted to share with you, and then I want to share with you what we're going to do on Sunday. So if you guys want to get ready for that. And then I have a couple of things that I'm going to stick in the shop. If anybody's interested, I want to just kind of give you a little preview because I don't think that the pictures will give it justice. So let me go ahead and transition down. Hey Debbie. and we can get this party going. All right. Okay, so before I jump into the card share, I did want to just kind of share with you. If you follow me on Instagram, you've been seeing these. I've been playing with my accounts receivable ledger form and I made a couple of tags. We're going to actually be creating these on Sunday. And then when I lived in Prescott, we would visit the antique shops, and I saw License to Prostitute, and so this was my take on the remake of it. I think I'm going to be doing a little better one. This was just my prototype, just to kind of get an idea of what I wanted to do, and it came out really fun. So I will probably be doing a little clipboard so I can hang it on my wall. So I'll have a License to Prostitute. Sounds so funny when I say it. But this was a lot of fun to make. But this is what we're going to be doing on Sunday. So if you have the accounts receivable forms, if you want to get ready for Sunday, essentially you're just going to fold this in half and then cut it down to size for your tags. And then we're going to create some tags using some of the new Tim Holtz ideology. So this is what we're going to do on Friday. If you haven't gotten your accounts receivable forms yet, they're still in the shop, and you can get those, and I'll get those out right away to you. So hopefully you'll have them by Sunday. All right, so that's what we're going to do on Sunday. It should be a lot of fun. These were a lot of fun to create, and I've got some of these little stamps in the shop. So if you're interested in, let's see. So yeah, so these are in the shop. This is what I used to create my prostitute license, because it had like Mademoiselle and it had some like French words and whatnot. I have that in the shop, and then I have these in the shop as well. If I run out, you can pre-order them, and then I can get some more ordered. What else did I use? I used just some of my small stamps. So yeah, I have a variety of new smaller stamps in the shop now. So check it out if you are going to create some of these tags. Then it's always fun to have little stamp sets. Yeah, so Debbie asked me if I have a video showing you how to sew the inserts. I didn't actually go into it because everyone in the class said that they knew how to do it, but I will. Let me make a note here. I'm going to send you a link to a video that shows you, and if not, on Sunday I'll do a demonstration. Let me just make a note here. Because I know that I have a video where I've actually done the signatures before. In fact, you know what? I have to do, let's see. I actually have to do one for my book. Maybe I'll do one. Maybe I'll do a demo really quick for you here, Debbie. So yeah, so I'll do that at the end. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna do on Sunday. Excuse me. All right. So let's see. So let's get into this really quick. So I've been cleaning out some of my vintage items since the move. Just the house really isn't set up to have a lot of vintage items, and plus, kind of downsizing my life. Having all these vintage items is just a little stressful. So I am starting to get rid of some of my vintage items. And here are a couple of books that I have that I'm going to be listing in the shop. Unless one of you guys say you want it, then I'll just invoice you directly. But these were images that I actually scanned, and I created digital paper, but these are the actual paper. Really, really pretty. Some of them have been loose because, like I said, I've actually scanned some of them. But I am letting go of both of these books. So I've got this French flower one, and then I've got this English floral pattern one. The books aren't brand new, but they do have the paper in here. And you can use them for cardstock, you can use them for wrapping paper. Just really, really pretty. Gorgeous colors. But I will be letting these go. So these are going to go in the shop. I think I'm going to do them for $22 each, I believe. I think new they go for like $36 or something like that. Or I've seen them for $36. But in any case, I am going to list both of these. I've got the English floral patterns, and then I've got the French flowers. So I'm going to be putting these in the shop if you're interested. All right, I feel like I'm just going down a checklist. Okay, so let me go ahead and we'll do our card share. Let's see if I can come down here, and then we would go into the journal binding. All right, so if you recall, our card theme was numbers and letters. I've gotten a variety of cards. I had a birthday, I've gotten get well cards, and then I got some cards from our theme. So I'm not exactly sure what I have here. I always like to share my cards that I get, and some of you guys are really awesome. You send me several cards, so we're going to just kind of go in order. So the first couple of cards that I have here are from Melody Mueller, and she sent me, if you recall, this is from the last kit that I did, the kit I did last month. In fact, it matches my little book that I made. So Melody used my images from last month, and she sent in also a card to go along with the theme. So let's kind of break it down. Melody makes beautiful cards, you guys. If you ever get on an exchange with Melody, you won't be disappointed because she makes some beautiful, beautiful cards. So this is from my kit, and this was exactly what I intended it to be kind of used for, not only for the journal that I made, but to be able to make, get well cards. And she she fussy cut all the guys. This was one of the freebies, this guy here that I sent you on Friday afternoon. Or, was it Friday afternoon? Yeah. And then I've got the vials. Looks like she did some stamping as well. And then inside, she also did some of the fussy cutting with this little sentiment that I had. And I thought this was really, really pretty. It says, "Get up and rise from your wounds. Healing is the most precious gift you can give yourself." When I found that, I kind of told that to myself. So it's just a beautiful card. Melody made this with my digital kit, and it's just so precious. I really appreciate it, Melody. Thank you. And then the second card that I got from her, I love the black and the maroon. It's really, really pretty. She's really getting a lot of use out of this die. She's really doing a good job. But this was for our numbers and our letters, and she embossed the background. Isn't this fantastic? And then she did the clock with this face here, and then the doily. Nice job. But I just love the cards. Very, very rich. Own your dreams with the little bunny inside. Super, super cute. But yeah, I love this. Melody, a couple of beautiful cards. Just like always, I really appreciate your cards. They're always just top notch, and they're just so pretty. Yeah, this is the one she did. Let's see. if you recall, she did the watch with the little dome, and that was Max. So she's getting a lot of use out of the die, and I love when I see that. You know, so many times a lot of us will buy dies or buy stamps and just not get a lot of use out of them, but Melody's really shown us different ways to use this die, and I think she's just done a fantastic job. All right. The next ones are from Diana Camarda. So let me, I don't think I've opened, oh yeah, I opened one of them. So let's go ahead and share here. I've got a couple of cards from Diana. Hey Delia. Okay, so yep, Delina just joined us, and I've got, I think I got, hold on, I think I have, yeah, I got a couple of her cards. So Delina, you're perfect timing. So this is from Diana, and she did the whole bird theme, really pretty. So this first one she did is, that feels like, yeah, that feels like the tissue paper, I believe. And then she put a tag on top with some butterflies and flowers. Oh, his little foot. And then inside is a little note. So I will keep that for myself. Just really pretty. Oh, I love her stamping in the back too. Look at that. So yeah, so this and then this one here, again, the little bird. She did some sewing. I always like to see when people sew their cards. I love that look. I think it looks great. And then, of course, a nice little note inside for me. So really pretty. Her background is really kind of speckly, and she's got some of these florals here. So just a really nice way to turn some of your cards into spring cards. So pretty, so pretty. So yeah, so those came out really nice. And then finally, I have from Delina, and Delina is great. Delina always sends me beautiful cards. I've got a few of you guys out there that are very religious about sending me cards, so I really like it. And I will get you guys your cards out this week. So yeah, so let's just kind of start here. So group hug, and Delina always sends me fabulous items inside too, so that's always fun to see what I'm getting. So let's just kind of go through this here. This is really cute, just with some coloring. I have some of these stamps. They're really fun. I can't remember what the name of the Artistic Impressions, I think, is who it is. But they have some really fun stamps, and this one is Group Hug. I think it's pretty awesome. Just really sweet. And then she gave me some fun goodies inside here. So I will be using these on some of my projects. And then we have this floral one here. We only regret the chances we don't take. Again, I got some fun inserts here from Delina. And I can use these on my cards as well. But we've got some embossing here on the background, and this is kind of fun. So she took some colored cardstock and embossed it. It looks like probably what she did is she glued it down first, yeah, and then embossed it, so that way your patterns are cohesive. And then we've got some roses here that are popped up with foam dots, and then a cute little sentiment. So really pretty. She also did some distress ink around the edges, which is really nice. I always love to see when people put distress colored ink around the edges other than brown, because that's typically what I do is I use brown. But I forget that you can do that with other colors as well, and it's just as pretty. And then finally, HBD. This must be a birthday card. Numbers and letters. This definitely goes along with the theme. So really pretty. So these are big letters that she die cut, and I think no, it just oh yeah, it looks like she double matted the dies. So it gave us a little bit heavier texture on the letters. And then she didn't even pop them up. She just glued them right down. But they feel like they're popped up because she double layered them. The background has some wonderful numbers. And I love when people stamp background and it kind of fades a little bit. I know that a lot of us love to use our Misties because it stamps perfectly, but there's something to be said about having some letters that are just kind of faded a little bit, because I think it makes the background look really great. And then I just love these colors. I think you and Melody must have had the conversation because you guys have the same color combinations going on here. But it's a fabulous combination, so I think it looks great. So those are the cards that I got last month. And I will be reciprocating, of course, and getting you out some cards as well. I think I'm going to kind of hold out on putting another theme together because, again, like I said, with my next surgery coming up in 2 weeks, I just don't think I'm going to be crafting very much after that. So we're going to kind of put a halt on the theme cards. But when I come back to crafting again, then we'll start up on the theme cards again. That sound good? All right, so I promised Debbie that I would go ahead and show you guys how to bind a journal. So let me grab some things and let's bind a journal really quick. The HBD card is not yours. Oh, you know what? Delina, you're right. I'm sorry. This was actually from Heather. I guess I shouldn't be giving her address, should I? This was from Heather. So I kind of put it with your stack. So Heather, apologies to you. But yeah, this one is from Heather from Canada. And this was part of our theme of the month card. Thanks, Delina, for correcting me. All right, so the Railroad Passenger Folio class, recorded classes out there. And in the class, some of the people said they already knew how to bind journals, so I didn't go into it. But I'm going to go ahead and do it real quick for Debbie, or for those of you that have never bound a journal before. When I am binding a journal, I do have this awl that I use, and then I have needles, and then I have wax thread. Typically what I'll do is it's about 1 inch from the bottom and 1 inch from the top. So depending on how big your book is, will be about where your lines line up. All right, so you'll want to have something on the bottom, and then of course you're going to want to make sure that your pages are lined up. One of the things that I like to do is you can use paper clips, or you can use binding clips. It's a variety of things that you guys can use, but just make sure that your pages are lined up when you get ready to poke them with your awl. All right, so that's pretty good. So like I said, I'm not a perfectionist. I just kind of eyeball it. So my first hole goes about right there, all the way through. The second one, I don't know, somewhere around there, all the way through. And then once you've got the two holes on the bottom and the top, just figure out where your middle is. I don't know, somewhere about right there. This is probably the easiest stitch you could ever do. So once you've got your 3 holes, then you want to get your needles. Let's see if we can find one here. This one seems to work. I needed to bind this anyway because I've been using this for my doctor's appointments. So, alright, so let's go ahead and put our thread through. And then this is what I do. I know there's a lot of different ways that people bind journals. So this is just the way that I do it. I will start in the middle going in because I want my thread to end in the middle. So I'll just put it through there. I will come over to the top, put it in here. All right. And then I will, let's see, put it all the way down at the bottom, like that. And then I will come up again in the middle. So, let's see. It is wax thread. Yep, I got mine on Amazon. And it lasts a pretty long time. I've been real happy with it. Alright, so once I've got my thread where it needs to be, I'll just trim it. Now, as you can see, you have thread, two tails in the middle. I like my tails to come on each side, and then this is where I will tie it off into a knot. So I'll do a double knot here. 1, 2, and then just trim. So as easy as that, Debbie. Just a real simple binding for your journal books. And then when you're finished, you know, of course, you can take your paper clips off. And then what I'm going to do is I will put little eyelets here, and then I will stick this in my book, and then that will do it. And then in the end, you're going to have something like this. So let's pull this out. So yeah, so this is the bound signature. And as you can see it, and then in the actual journal, I have this elastic, not tape, it's not elastic tape, elastic, anyway, that I put in here, and then this just kind of goes underneath, and then that's really it. Pretty easy. So yeah. Hopefully that helped you out, Debbie. If you have any other questions, just let me know, and I'll be happy to do a one-on-one with you. Can you show the eyelets where they are? Yeah, sure. Now the eyelets, when I gave you guys the book, I already punched out the eyelets for you, but let me go ahead and we'll do one real quick. Debbie. All right, so these inter-office mail envelopes, I've still got several of them. And what I decided, actually, I was going to just list these in the shop, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-make covers, and I'm going to put paper in there, and then I'm going to sell them as blank journal starters. So I have a lot of paper I've been trying to get rid of, and this will be a good way for me to move some of my paper by creating mini journals. But let me show you how I did the eyelets here. So pretty simple. All right, so the first thing I did is I made sure I found my center, and all I did was fold it. Nothing fancy. And then what I did is did it 1/4 of an inch from the fold. So my fold is at 6.5. So I'll just do a 1/4 of an inch. Yeah, I'm trying to think what I did here. Is that right? Yeah, 1/4 of an inch on each side. So there's one, and then there's the other. Oops. Okay, and then I just folded it. Now again, if you bought the kit, this should have already been done for you. But this is how I did it. So I will reinforce this. Go. Okay. All right, so now I have my spine for my journal. It's just like that. All right, and then I take my hole punch, and what I like about this is that you can preset it so your holes will be the same space every single time. So we'll do 1, 2, and then 1, 2. And then I just have to find my eyelets. There. I think I used black for the books. See, this is great. So now I already have one done, and then I just got to get my my designer paper. So these will be hitting the shop probably over the weekend. Maybe, we'll see. Like I said, I've got to get through some of my vintage items and get it listed and move it. 2, 3, 4. Okay. I sold 13 of my vintage P.O. Box doors on eBay, and it was so nice to get rid of some of those. And I'm really good about collecting, not so great about letting go of things, but I'm trying to get better. Alright, so just push this down. Okay. And then I just did the same thing on the other side. Alright. 1 and then 2. Alright, and then I've got my eyelets in there. And then what I did for the class, let's see, is again I've got some of this stretchy rubber band string, and Yeah, for sure, Robin. And I have my vintage paper all in 3 different places now, so it's time for me to downsize. All right, so the way I did the weaving is I started on the inside out because I wanted to have the loop here. So inside out, kind of figured out where, let's see here, yep. Then here, and here. Gotta give myself some more string. Okay. There. And then there. And by the way, if you need any of this, I have some of this in the shop. So it is available to purchase. Alright, and then once I've got as much pull as I need, you want it to be a little taut. You don't want it to be loose. So once you get it in there, just kind of, stretch it a little bit. And then tie your knot. It's as easy as that. Well, if I can tie it. There we go. All right, and then just trim the edges. Super, super easy, guys. All right, and then you can just stick your, might have made that too tight. That's all right. And then you just stick your signatures in here. Might have made that too tight. That's all right though. Then you just stick your signatures in there, and then you're good to go. So that's how I did that. Elastic cord, yes, Delina, thank you. All right, so that's really all I had today. I just wanted to pop in and do the card share. I did want to share with you kind of what I'm getting obsessed about recently. So, because you're probably going to see some demonstrations on these. So, this looks pretty funky, right? I don't know if you saw some, a lot of people are doing interactive cards recently. And this is an interactive envelope for a pop-up. So I'm working on a prototype, and as soon as I master it, I will be sharing it with you because it's going to be really cute using some of Tim Holtz ephemera. But yeah, this is a pop-up element. I guess you glue this to it, and then this gets glued down. I don't know. It's like the whole thing. So I'm trying to teach myself a pop-up technique, and this is the little elements. So I'm probably going to be making several of these just because, these little pop-up elements to me are the hardest part. So if I have several already made, and then when I go to make the cards, I don't have to reconfigure this. But yeah, so more to come on that. Eyelets. The eyelets, oh my gosh, Debbie, I don't carry them in the shop. But they're the small ones. I don't know if that helps you. But they're not very big. They're the standard size, smaller ones. And I think I got mine on Amazon maybe. But yeah, I don't have them in the shop, unfortunately. But maybe in the future I will. Like I said, I'm trying to reorganize my inventory and my vintage stuff, so I haven't been stocking up on too many things unless I'm doing demonstrations. So since, like I said, since I'm going to be demonstrating these tags over the weekend, I stocked up on some of these stamps, and maybe we'll even do a smaller prostitute license. I don't know. But we'll see. So yeah, and then like I said, I'm going to be sticking these in the shop, which are the English floral designer paper and the French flower paper. So these are going to be going in the shop probably tonight if you're interested. All right, guys, that's all I had today. Like I said, it was just a quick pop-in. And let's see. There we go. I was trying to figure this out. So this is just a quick pop-in just to say hey, give you guys an update on what's going on with my health issues, and to share with you what we're going to be doing on Sunday. So for those of you that sent me in cards, I'll get your cards out this weekend. And probably won't be doing any themed cards for a month because I need time to, after my surgery, I need time to recover. As I start to feel better, we'll kind of get back into the swing of things. But this is a bigger surgery, and I think it will put me down a little bit. All right, but positive thoughts, right? Everybody, just keeping it positive. All right, y'all. We will see you on Sunday. And I've already got it scheduled, so it's going to happen. All right, everybody. Have a great Friday, and we'll see you in a few days. Bye.